Finish him.
Boom shakalaka!
You are listening to
Real Gamers Speak.
And it's live.
What's that on that beat?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This is another episode of Real Gamers Speak. How y'all doing this evening?
Doing all right.
I'm good.
I feel stretched out.
Yes, sir. Gotta edit all that fuck up.
Good bitch.
Yeah, I lost some viewers.
Did you say the lonesome viewer?
No, I done lost some viewers.
No!
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Viewers! No!
we got one.
We got one?
Don't worry, they're coming back. But anyway,
One viewer. Hey, viewer. Hey, viewer. Hey.
no,
Cut your face, dude.
they coming back, man. Relax. God damn it. I'm going to be playing this game called Remnant 2, if y'all ever heard of it.
Never. I lied.
You lied. Cool. Alright. Alright, cool. And we're gonna talk about toxic relationships. Basically I'm gonna have Bruce, our new person, open the topic up. Pretty much give us the perspective of what we're talking about tonight. Hello audience, it's gonna be a very serious topic tonight about toxic relationships, being in one and recovering from the after effects of it. Bruce, go ahead and give us your lovely voice.
Oh, I need a shit. All right, listen. I'm a toxic relationship survivor currently, and so with being said, I'm currently in healing and what you call that stuff when you in what you call it, therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah, I'm in my. So I got a wonderful nurse. She's my girlfriend.
You refurbished.
She been there. I love you, baby.
That
Shout out.
bitch refurbished.
Talking about refurbish.
It's so much trauma over here. I tell you what. Anyway, but yeah, no. On a serious note, the topic for today is toxic relationships. And having been a person who I consider myself as a toxic relationship participant, professional toxic relationship participant, retired anyway, because healthy, healed, rejuvenated, refreshed, ayahuasca induced. But regardless of which, in the time before, in the life previous to this one, I couldn't say that. It's been about a good, how long has it been?
10 years.
I'm talking about since I started.
That man said 10 years.
Since the last one stopped.
Since your last toxic relationship?
Yes, ended.
10 years.
It's been 10 years. The last one ended?
Yeah.
Yes.
10 years. Stop questioning.
Jed.
Yes.
So it ended 10 years ago.
You said it ended. We definitely should have did a mic check.
2014.
All right. It's been at least a year.
I think it's a little bit longer. But regardless, it hasn't been that long.
No longer, but as far as like that being ended, definitely a year. You were still not ended when you met her.
I was ended, goddamn. It was done, okay.
Tell yourself that. Going to hotel rooms with the ended person is not ended.
Ooh. You do got a point.
Damn.
You putting my business in the street,
Hey,
okay?
you still tatting them cheeks?
See,
Oh my
look at
God.
that.
Oh,
We talk about toxic relationships, and we need to talk about toxic habits in those relationships.
you putting my business? Oh, that's crazy. Oh my God.
Oh my God! No
Oh my.
way!
So I just celebrated a 1 year, anniversary. So it couldn't have just been a year because we was dealing with each other a year prior to us being together. So it's been about a good 2 years and some change since,
Damn.
yeah, 2 or some years. So regardless of which, time frames aside, it's been when prior to the relationship I am in now that I've been fostering for the better part of 2 years now. For that relationship prior to that one, I was in one that was mostly toxic for the better part of 10 years. And even prior to that, I was in another toxic relationship, like that lasted the better part of a year or some change.
Okay.
And maybe even my very first relationship was a toxic relationship. So I could like to consider myself a toxic relationshipologist.
Toxic.
So
The
pretty much,
study of toxic relationship.
absolutely, I have done a lot of self study. I've done a lot of self research and a lot of experimentation on my own mental health. All for the sake of this research that I fought so hard to get.
Mm.
Wasn't worth it. But hopefully, and not for, well, it was worth it because ultimately I'm happy for where I am now, and I learned a lot
Look at
based on
God.
what I've gone through. And so when it comes down to it, when you're in the relationship, you don't really notice. That's the biggest problem because good intentions always just they 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 blind you. You think that your intentions are shared. You think that, oh, what's that?
Right.
We gotta. Oh shit, Jordan, what's good, family?
What's up, bro? Welcome.
Hello there, Jordan.
Jordan.
But
Yay.
you think that the energy you give is mirrored, and I know that was my biggest issue, was because when I would see shitty tendencies, I would think, oh well, that's just this or that's just that, and it would take forever being dumb and being what I like to consider simpish, and just being blinded by the want of the relationship that you want versus the actual relationship you're into. It causes you to do things that are less than smart. It causes you to take disrespect that you honestly shouldn't even think about tolerating. And that was my biggest issue, trying to make excuses for these people. Oh, it's just okay. It's all right. It's this. It's that. It's one off. One off 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times over.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a, it's who they
Accountable
are.
in your situation.
You said that was all of my situation?
I say stay uncountable in your situation. Good Lord.
Yeah. Is when it came down to it, and then even getting advice from everybody, and I mean everybody, about okay, well, these things aren't good for you. This isn't good for you. This person isn't good for you. You're destroying yourself. It doesn't matter because you feel like if you just stick to it, it'll be worth. It'll actually pay off in the end, and you'll
Did it
have
pay
this
off?
big. Huh?
Did it pay off?
Oh no,
Yo.
oh, no. I'm with Juanita. What that means is, so it the payoff is, well, yes, the payoff is the exit. You can't, if you're in a dead situation and you know it's a dead situation, like, you shouldn't have to, honestly, you shouldn't question why you're in a place. You shouldn't have to ask yourself, are you truly happy here? You actually know. It's never going to be a question, not even for a second. It's going to be, the question is going to be different. It's going to be, damn, this is amazing. Oh my God, how do I protect this happiness?
because it's not, you don't have to question things. It's like people in their religions. Like I identify as a Nichiren Buddhist. I do believe in God, but when it comes down to it, I chant Nami Horenge Kyo. And so what that means for me, or what it might mean to a Christian, would be the same way, like, you know God exists. It's not he might be real, or I would like to think he's real. No, God is real. You wouldn't have to worry about your relationship like that, because it would be on the same level. Like, my relationship is dope. My relationship is great. It's not I'm happy. It just is. Like, air is breathable, water is drinkable, fire burns. It will just be a law. It's not even a matter of opinion. It's just a law. It's not a fact. A fact can be disputed. It's just a you have to break a law, and then a law no longer is. It's just a law. And so when you have to question, when you actually have to question the relationship, or question when your partner is really in it, do they really love me? Do I like the way our interactions leave me feeling? When you have to seek counsel, when you have to hide things, you should want to not say put your relationship out for the entire world to see, because some people are private. I'm a private person. But you should want to run to the mountain and shout just how much you love this person, how much this person makes you feel. You should have that level of explosive energy behind that person. You should be at a loss for words to try to describe that feeling for this person deep down on the inside. You shouldn't have to wonder. You shouldn't have to. And everybody's setup is different. Everybody's thing is different. Everybody's dynamic is different. But you should never, at the end of the day, have to question: do you really and truly have a partner in this?
Wait a minute.
You want to know something?
Give an example of one of your toxic moments with that thing.
Why you call it a thing?
That thing. Oh, I could call it the beach whale like I always do, but I'm trying to be.
She got a name. She got a name. But you want to know something though?
Yes, sir.
When you go from a toxic relationship, trying to find, even with therapy, if you go to therapy or if you do self therapy and whatnot, when you get into another relationship and it's not toxic, it's very, very difficult for people to. Well, I don't want to say difficult, but it can be difficult for some people to recognize, hey, this is a good relationship versus some people just feel like they're waiting for the ball to drop. They're waiting for something bad to happen. And that happens way too often, I think.
It's trauma. It's a trauma response, because especially
yeah.
the living in that, you're just like, I think Tiffany Haddish, she said it really well. That's why I don't mind quoting her about it. She was like, even though she's found so much success, she's still afraid of being a victim. She's still afraid of being hungry, of sleeping on someone else's couch. It's not like she's worried about it. Of course, she probably will never have to. Well, the way she uses her money, she never will. Like, anytime she gets money, she goes and buys assets, so that she doesn't have to worry about ever being in that situation again. But by that same token, multi-millionaire status, famous, her face card won't fail anywhere. She still has a deeply rooted fear from the trauma she sustained from being poor and being addicted and all the things she's had to go through. And much like with that, I had the same thing of having to playing video games. Getting back to playing video games, I got an update for everybody. I got an Xbox. I got me a series, and my girlfriend bought it for me. And so, with that being said, it's like,
Hey, would you
wrong choice.
Hey, what'd you have to do for that Xbox? What'd you have to do?
Everybody about to give you hell.
You did it to yourself.
He said, "My girlfriend bought me an Xbox." Oh, word. Okay,
That man he proud of that, bro.
I love
I ain't gonna lie. Be proud of that, man. Be proud of that.
Bro, bro. Oh my.
No, to a lot of people in toxic relationships, not all of them, but a lot of people choose to stay in toxic relationships, not just for most of the stuff you said, or just because of trauma. A lot of people, believe it or not, stay in those type of relationships because they understand them. They don't
Oh
really
shit.
want a good relationship. They would like to have one, but a good relationship ends up turning bad for the sole purpose of when things are going good for them, they tend to think something is wrong. They tend to think
That's
that
actually
that
pretty
relationship,
good.
yeah, that's a big problem that a lot of people face, that being in toxic relationships. Because even Bruce himself, when things was going good with him and Juanita, he would question his relationship way too much. Like when there was absolutely nothing going on, he would question it. Some people just get stuck in that mindset. Not him, not saying that he liked being in them. I'm just saying a lot of people just like being in them because it's what they understand. It's what they know. It's like, just like if your mom tell you you're going to be a failure and you had to deal with that for 15 years straight. You're just going to end up believing that you're going to be a failure because you got beaten to submission. That's how toxic relationships are. They beat you into a submission thinking that, hey man, this is how that is, this is how life works, blah blah this, blah blah that. And you just end up thinking like that unconsciously, whether you realize it or not. And you know you could do better, but it's like, I'm gonna be a failure. In the back of your mind, you always just think you're a failure because you just beat into that submission of it. So those same people, they end up kind of staying in those relationships and they treat good relationship partners like shit. And to
Damn.
them, they don't understand why it's like that. They just think that that person not treating them right. But it's not the fact that they're treating them wrong. They're not treating you the way you understand. That's why they think that that good relationship partner isn't doing enough for them. That man or woman could buy them the world. Like, but it won't matter to them because to them, they're used to, hey man, you a bitch ass motherfucker. Get out my face. Push him on the couch. All that stuff. They're not doing that. So to them, that person don't love me. Like this person
Yeah.
can't love me.
Or or that's their form of love,
That too.
being treated that kind of way.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they've been conditioned to do that though. It's like Beauty and the Beast, Stockholm syndrome. You know,
Yeah.
she really didn't love the Beast, but she was locked up. Father was away. You know, bam.
Yeah.
She quote unquote fell in love, whatever.
That's a
But
crazy
it's
perspective on Beauty and the Beast.
Bro, because I definitely wasn't thinking about that when I was watching that shit, bro.
go
But if
back
it's
and
deep,
go back and watch it, and then rethink it from the perspective of being a prisoner.
Yeah.
You
She
know,
didn't really
be
love
well,
him.
yeah, I know
yeah,
what Stockholm syndrome is, but
yeah,
man,
She felt sorry for the man.
I, yeah. I
Yeah,
know. But
but
if
being
you
Disney
in
really,
part.
prison caused her to have that kind of emotion towards it. Like she
yeah,
really didn't have nothing towards it, to be real with you.
You're right.
it's but I get what he's saying though, because like I'll use my relationship for example. I think it's a great example. Like when you've been in a relationship for or like let me backtrack. Like my wife, she was in a previous relationship with it was in a toxic relationship, and she was conditioned to certain things. And for instance, like let's say receiving flowers. When we first started dating, I gave her flowers just because, and every time she would ask, she was just like, "Hey," it was like, "Why are you buying me flowers? Like, what did you do?" Type of stuff. So in her head, me getting her flowers was just a signifier, like, hey, he did something wrong. He messed up. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's trying to make amends or do something.
damn,
In my head,
Damn.
I'm
it's
just
just
like,
a
nah.
gesture.
Yeah, it's just a gesture.
Yeah,
It's like,
it be
hey,
like
I
that
was at
though.
the store, but there's nothing I could have done. There's nothing anyone could have done because that's exactly what she was trained to, well, not trained to do, but conditioned to do for the past 10 plus years. So it's very, very hard to break that mode and break that mindset. But it can be done. It's just, you just gotta, people are like, people are like clay. Like you mold them for so long. Like he said earlier, you think you think you're a failure, but in
Damn.
reality, like you're not. You got to think more highly of yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
it's very very hard to break that mindset and get out of that stuff. So it's it's difficult, fellas.
Yeah, and then a lot of that also boils back down to a lot of people's nature as a human too. Some people just they feel like it's work to get out of that. Like not just the relationship, but like out of that mindset. They're used to something. They just want to stay there. Kind of like how, let's say when we was all kids and, like the old heads used to get on us about old fashioned stuff that they used to go on about. But the world's changing. And we just like, dang, man, that mofo stubborn. They don't want to get out of that. And the truth is, a lot of them are stubborn. It's kind of just like that. Like, and the reason why they're like that is it's because that's what they're used to. So it's easier to just accept what you're used to versus like trying to understand that, hey, man, I maybe need to reflect on myself to figure out, why this keep going around, why I keep choosing these toxic people. No, they continue to just deal with it because it's easier.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, I like that analogy.
Damn.
But it sucks, man. Like those type of relationships, they really do suck. That's why I always recommend for anybody, including us, like keep a strong friend circle that understand, not really, because even we don't understand each other 100%. You're never going to understand anybody 100%, but that can actually like talk with you and kind of be on that level with you when you do need to like vent those things out. Be like me and Bruce. I don't hold back on Bruce. I talk my shit all the goddamn time. When Bruce was being stupid, I tell him he was being stupid. And I feel like you need a friend to tell you that sometimes. Like even with my shitty ass relationship or whatever, we'll get to that another time. But I'm just saying you kind of need someone to tell you sometimes you being dumb. You need to stop. You keep doing this to yourself. Sometimes you do need that brutally honest person because little do you realize you will sit down and think about one night, why is he going in on me like that? Like you will eventually think about like why is this happening? Like what's really wrong? I don't hear it from anybody else. It's just him. And a lot of people kind of write that off as though like, hey man, Shed just being an asshole to me and nobody else saying it. But nah, the fact that even you have that thought shows that you are thinking about it to a certain degree. Like it does help to have somebody going in on you sometime and don't give up on you. Because a lot of people, when they telling you something and you don't listen, they be like, man, you know what? Fuck them. They don't want to listen. Fuck them.
That's the thing.
Nah,
If I
you
actually, because when it comes down to it, like once you've actually come out of it, once you get off of the bullshit, that's why so many older people, when they're dating and stuff like that, they don't have a lot of tolerance for bullshit because they've already gone through the bullshit. They see the red flags. That red flag might actually be burgundy. It just looks red, but because it looks red, I'm out. And so I guess like my hat's off to Shed, honestly, because I couldn't have dealt with for that long. Because I've learned that people want to do what they do when they do it, and when it's not going to be until they get good and ready to finish. Like I'll just have to be a shoulder here if you need me type stuff. But and if you want me to tell you what you're doing is wrong and dumb again, I'll be happy to tell you. I'll listen if you need me to listen. But when it comes down to it, I can't give you a lot of energy because you're being stupid. I'll let you know. Like it's not like this is stupid. There are so many things that you could be doing with your life. I just lost 2 family members essentially.
Dang.
And I spent 10 years in a relationship when I could have been when I had ample amounts of time and opportunity to actually spend time with those family members. But instead of actually going to spend time and make time for those family members, I decided to lean into my toxic relationship essentially. Comes down to it, one thing Shed told me is that I was going to look up one day in the future and I was going to have lots of regrets. I look up now, I see my son. He's a lot bigger. I didn't get it. There was so much that I missed with him trying to make a family and a life for him. I got so blinded on the actual plan and trying to get the goal happen that I forgot the whole reason why I was doing it. And I did wake up eventually, finally, before it was too late. But it was so much that got lost between that point in time, trying to make good on a promise or trying to make this family that I want to be able to have for you. And
goes into what I was telling you before too about selfishness. A lot of people do that too. That's why toxic relationships exist. Like a lot of people, they just want to be They just want the relationship to turn out how they want it to turn out. Because to them, it could be a few things. It could be one could be just they feel as though they're strong enough to deal with this and change this person. Another one could be just the fact that like they worked hard for this, so they feel like they deserve it. Like a lot of those type of relationships end up like that too, and stay like that because somebody or both, in most cases, is one person. They're being selfish. They just want the relationship to turn out the way that they want it to turn out. Like you want the family and all that extra other stuff. Like those things aren't something that you should be selfish about because they're not only like heavily emotional and they determine a lot in your relationship. Your partner needs to share those types of like goals and the way that you feel about those things. If they don't share them, you're just gonna kind of end up in a toxic relationship regardless.
Yeah, and you're gonna be
A
wasting
lot of people
time.
fail to appreciate your partner understanding like some things like that, and even like smaller things like we all play games. Being with a partner that doesn't play games can end up turning your relationship just completely sour. You ain't gotta have like no complete gamer girl or gamer boy, but I'm just saying like if your partner doesn't respect or appreciate little hobbies or certain things that you have, it affects a lot of things in your relationship. It just does, and that comes from selfishness. A lot of people don't like to call it that, but it is because you're not considering what your partner likes to do with their free time. You're not considering what your partner is into.
We literally was talking about that early. Well, on the
Yeah, we
last one.
talked. Yeah, we were talking about that last one. But
Mm-hmm.
a great, like going back to the whole regret stuff. Like when I used to work at a restaurant and everything. High end restaurant, not high end, but
Sophisticated.
a lot of rich people come in, but a lot of old
Drop.
people come in too. And one thing they would always say, they would say, try to live your life without regret, and that's so hard to do because I mean you're only human, but that's a great piece of advice to have going forward or just doing anything. It's like, hey, am I going to regret not doing such and such, or not going after this job, or not pursuing this relationship, or just ending the relationship? Am I going to regret being in this toxic relationship for the next several months, year, and then you can end up having a child with that person, and then bam, you know, you unfortunately have to deal with that person your entire, well, not your entire life, but
Wish more people would stop right there when they say that what you just said, because they keep going and then, like you said, they have the kid with them. Now you kind of in the stuck situation. Like
At a
when you
stuck
have to question
situation.
that, that's a problem. It is. It's an immediate problem when you have to question. What if I get this person pregnant? Do I want to have kids with this person? That's a problem. Now, granted, all of us will ask us that question regardless of whether the relationship is going good or not. But like
Should
when it's at that level of question, that's a problem because you know something's wrong in your relationship and you're not happy. Like you know that.
you shouldn't be asking that question like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years in. That's stuff that while you're still in the learning phase of that person. Otherwise, you really are just wasting your time. If something that, because maybe you don't want kids. Well, it don't matter if you can have kids with this person or not. But if you want kids, ultimately, or if you realize that this is your new burning desire that you really do want a family, you that's you, you need to like it's essentially it's either too late at that point in time or you put too much time into it. And so, with all of that being said, I think a lot of people, when it
Wait, too
comes
late for what?
if you started asking the questions
Uh-uh.
of
That
kids,
ain't. That's the beginning
here's
phase. No, that ain't
you
too
need,
late.
you need to
That
ask those questions. One, we all too old to be sitting here, not asking those questions. If you pass the age of 27, I give you 25, 25, 26. Past 27, you got to be asking those questions because you basically be stuck with that person for the next 18 plus years. That's a
so I
lot. And
if you
No,
know
no, no, no. That's what I'm saying though. Like all of us, you will come to that person eventually. I think I need to say this a different way. What I'm saying is like when you ask that question, when you're kind of like like when you let's say like you use one of your relationships, like toxic relationships or something. Bruce, you could use one too. So like that time when you realize, hey man, this girl treat me right, this girl, this da 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 da. I can't stand going home. I don't even want to see her damn face, blah 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 blah. And then you sit there doing those moments and say, damn, what if I have a kid with this girl? That's the moment I'm talking about right there. Not the moment when you kind of like deciding whether it's the decision to make or whatever up in there. No, no, no. That moment right there. That maybe I'm wording this wrong, but I'm talking about that. That's a problem. When you feel like having a kid with this person will be like one huge regret. When you have that deep feeling of that. But a lot of people ignore it.
I agree. I was lucky enough to get out of that because I was in
Yes,
a
you caught
toxic
yourself.
relationship. And yo, I was telling, I don't know, I didn't tell you guys, but I told Kwame this, but she did, she bit me, hit me, all that stuff. So it was,
Lord,
Not
yeah, it
dirty.
was, huh?
No, not the thing. She bit you.
Yeah, she bit me. She bit me.
Lord.
Bites
Uh,
myself.
that was, I've never been in a moment when someone actually bit me. But let's just say it took everything in me not to fight back because it felt like everything was happening in slow motion. But I mean, besides that moment, so there's other moments too. But that really solidified. I was just like, yo, I can't do this. Like, if you over here, you biting me? Like, what are we? Like, what are you doing?
Man,
What are you doing?
See,
Like,
you,
that's
you
I
caught
can't.
yourself though. That's a good thing. A lot of people don't stop right there. They just see it as
That,
like a bad bump in the road.
that's one bad bump.
Oh yeah, and you'll be amazed at how I know a lot right now. Bruce is one of them. Like those bumps, right? Just like that happen, and they're like, "This is just a bad bump," and they go on a little break instead of just leaving the whole relationship. No, get the fuck out of there. Don't just go on a break because this person will just do it to you again. And a lot of the times that happens is the person in the relationship just doesn't respect you. And it goes back to what I was saying about being selfish.
Eh, I mean, it's like it's a mixture of being selfish, of like a toxic relationship. It is what it is. It's so intoxicating to people because you're high off of adrenaline. Like I'm not saying you think you love this person, but some people are in love, and so they have that feeling of love and or the feeling of abandonment where they don't want to, you know, be alone. So that can play into effect as well,
Oh, it definitely
and
can.
it's hard for people out there. I mean, I'm so thankful. If you're in
I
a
said, I'm
toxic
happy for you.
relationship, if you're
It's
in a
not easy
toxic
walking away from
relationship,
things.
get out. But
Mm-hmm.
also for relationship advice going forward, you can you can talk to married people. You can also talk to you can reach out to people you feel comfortable reaching out to.
Mhm.
So just don't leave it up to chance, because yeah,
All right.
I'm,
So,
Think
I'm not,
but
oh, I'm sorry. Go
what about for the people that didn't really realize they was in a toxic relationship until it's
ahead.
already
Ooh.
over with? Because in my case,
Mm.
let's just say like this: everything was like all milk and cookies. And yes, I'm gonna use that analogy. Everything was milk and cookies, simple and
Can I get
clean.
some milk and cookies?
Your tada, simple and clean. Everything seemed like it was sweet, but I realized there was a couple of red flags there.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, are you sure? It's always signs.
Yeah,
Always.
I
And you saw them.
realized
I was there.
I
I was there.
realized
You saw 'em.
I realized the red flags were there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Does this person actually appreciate me for being me, or does this person appreciate me doing the things I'm doing for them? And
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, I actually asked that question like later on after we done broke it off, and the person actually did like me for me, but it was like the person really needed a friend and they felt like they didn't have no friends and I was their biggest friend type of thing. Because in a relationship you got to be friends first before you can actually be partners. Like you got to actually be cool with that person that you want to be with. I feel
Thank
like
God I'm
you
glad you
need
said
that
that.
connection. Like you can't just be
Mhm.
kind of cool. That'll just be a fuck friend to that point. No, you gotta actually know the person. You actually
Mhm.
gotta want to be around the person. Y'all don't have to have the same interests, but y'all gotta like being around each other and doing the things that the other person like to do. And that's what I was getting at. But
Agree.
Hey, I think a lot
I,
of married
I,
agree with you, Bill.
Oh
but
no,
Big
I agree. I agree.
but
I'm in a
I,
marriage
I would,
that it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But I noticed
Nah.
like the selfishness was there though, like envy, selfishness, and I'm like, damn, like, hey, I was trying to help build a person, but I'm like, hey, there's some things that you need to actually discover on your own first before we should even be in a relationship. That's the way I felt about it. And then I realized the toxic shit would most of the toxic shit for me didn't happen until we was about to break it off and after the breakup. And bruh, every time I was trying to talk to somebody new.
I'm gonna tell it after y'all done.
All right.
About that girl.
All right. Like every time like I try to like move on or whatever, like this particular chick would actually like go on Facebook to see who I was talking to and would try to purposely like ruin this shit. Like hit them up in the DMs and tell like just start telling shit. And I'm like, bro, why you doing all of this?
You gotta go, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, why you telling this person about X, Y, and Z? Like, bro, that's not like, hey, yeah, I hated that shit. I low key hated that shit. Now, basically, what kind of broke off our relationship? The biggest thing because we were on the rocks, but this was the major factor. Like, she was still at the job that I helped her apply for. So hey, if this person hearing this, you know who I'm talking about. I helped this person apply for the job that they were currently working at, and I was no longer working at this particular job. And this person like wanted some friends, and we were already on the rocks. And she was talking about, oh, I was doing some things that she didn't like, so she felt like, oh, she needed to get even. So what she ended up doing, she ended up creating a whole fake relationship and just having that shit posted on fucking Facebook. And I'm like, bruh, once you actually put the shit online for other people to see or to entertain other people, I felt like that was a line crossed. Cause I'm like, bruh, like, why are you doing this? Like, oh, I'm doing this just to make you mad. Well, you did that.
That's
Bye.
toxic as hell, bro.
You know why she do stuff like that too? Like I said, that people they take their relationship with them. She's used to toxic relationships.
Cause she
They take
still
that shit with
love
them.
you.
And then once I'm like, hey, I'm not with that shit, and she was planning on moving out, but I'm like, nah, I done found a place. You can stay right here. I'm leaving, and I actually left.
Ooh, that's good.
Yo, she actually tried to do everything in her way to try to get me back, but I'm like, nah. Yo, I'm good. I ain't trying to deal with that shit.
You gotta go.
Yeah, all that toxic shit start coming in. Like I already saw the red flags, and that was like the peak moment of it. Cause I'm like, bro, you doing all this extra shit, and you telling people. Most of the time, you don't tell me why you're mad. I have to figure out why you're mad on the internet first before you actually tell me. Like other people telling me like, hey, such and such is mad with you. Like, how the hell you know that? Oh, she posting online.
You had some.
Oh Lord.
Good Lord. What was that?
I mean, but some people are just like that. Like after relationships, they feel really hurt, so they just continually lash out. And unfortunately, you got to receive the end of it. But you did come out on top, so you got out. That's the biggest thing.
I got out. Right now it's like copacetic.
I'm happy for you and Jordan. Y'all bring tears to me eyes.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. It kind of came back because once you end up being in that particular spot, you got like a darkness in your heart. And I was actually the toxic person in the toxic relationship. Like the person was really feeling me type shit, and I lashed out on him. And after I lashed out on him, I was trying to talk to somebody else without breaking it off type shit, and it really hurt.
Go back to what Jordan was saying, not repairing yourself before moving on.
But
that's very important, bro.
Yeah, but at that point, like I already knew, like, hey, I wasn't gonna really take this girl serious. I was looking at her as a fling, And then when I actually got into a relationship, when I was actually feeling the girl, this particular girl told me, like, hey, I was a fuck boy, and that actually hurt. That hurt me.
Yeah, you gotta think about that now. It may seem like whatever at the time, but you damage somebody else that also makes somebody else's next relationship a piece of shit too. Like
Yeah,
your damage to
Yeah, it's
her
just
affects the next person.
yeah.
hey, you have to do like Naruto and stop the pain. You know, stop that cycle of violence.
Oh my god. That's so
Hey,
Somebody gotta do
cheesy,
that.
bro.
it's you know what? The one thing I've learned though is yes, some things may be cheesy, but they are that way because it just works. That's just how they
Mhm.
are.
It works,
Like
man.
it's like he ended up being a fuckboy, but in the end he didn't continue doing it. So
Yeah, in
that's
the
the
end,
great
I
thing.
ain't no stopping. It got to the point I actually could tell the red flags coming in early, and I'm like, bruh, this is not what I like. Let's just go ahead and just end it off right here and there.
Go look at your old ass. Okay, I see
Hey, man,
legs and fleas.
let that man go, bro.
like,
Hey, once
like,
you start getting that experience, man, it really helps out and it really saves you the trouble. But like, it's all
uh-uh.
difficult because like you have to go through some experiences. But sometimes you can learn from other people's mistakes or learn from other people's
Hey, that's Jordan, brother.
relationships.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Hey.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
why
I'm
they say
Jordan.
Feel what you're saying right
if
now.
you got parents or family, extended family that are married or in a relationship and, they got it going and they've been together for a long time, ask them how things were. Because you'll hear some crazy stories that I didn't even know about some certain individuals. Like some people broke up and got back together. Somebody
Mm,
cheated, they still got back together
mm.
and worked it out and fixed it and took care of it. Which I was just like, couldn't be me, but hey, more power to you.
Look at that, Bruce, man. You got all these guest stars coming to your topic, dog.
That's funny as hell. So with
Hey,
that,
Oh
hey,
yeah, I forgot. I joined in.
hey,
what's going
I
on?
will say this. I was a little mad because I was like, hey, ain't nobody tell me y'all were having a little secret meeting. Like that's crazy. I had to
I'm,
find out on Twitch.
Everything, it's
I'm
time.
sorry. I'm
The
sorry.
nerve of that guy.
It's too.
It was like last minute, man.
No, no, you're good. You're good. I was like, hey, they gonna start. I thought we were talking about this on Sunday. I was like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not gonna harbor any hard
We doing the
feelings.
fuck Mary Kill on Sunday, dog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you. I'm just messing.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It
Damn, I
popped up
died
like
again.
The
you was
nerve of
like,
that guy.
oh yeah, we're gonna do the podcast. I thought it was gonna be this topic next Sunday. I ain't gonna lie, that shit caught me off guard.
No, I told Bruce
Yeah,
like, nah, we
bro,
doing
because
that
this
shit Thursday.
topic,
It's all good. It's all good. I like it. I like that you guys are talking about toxic relationships and then also learning from them or saying what you learned from 'em. I think it will help some people out. At least it
Learn
should.
like your self worth and
Hmm.
learning how to like
Mm.
yourself. Like once you realize that you do have value that is not tied to this relationship for real, that is that first step.
oh, bro,
Bruh, when I fell in
no
love with
one,
myself and my last relationship, it was like I broke up with my ex then.
Mm.
Because like I was like, shit, I used to beat myself up for years about shit that she thought was wrong. But when it came down to it, you know what? I'm pretty fucking dope. I enjoy my company. I like the shows. I like the fucking food I eat. I like the kind of porn I watch. I
Damn.
like the guy
Wait a
games I
minute.
play. I enjoy
Wait a
the
minute.
game.
He went a little too far. I think.
Yeah, I'm dope as fuck. I like the shit I like to do. I like when I'm doing the shit I like to do.
It made you feel bad about your own self, and you shouldn't have
Yeah.
felt like that, man.
No,
He said, if
That's
I
but
what
want
I'm
some,
saying
he said,
earlier.
he
There's
said,
people
if I
who
want
just
some
listen.
tentacles, I want some tentacles. He said what he said.
He
I
said what he
did.
said.
I did, and I did. I did, and I did. I said what I said, damn it. And so, but yeah, like when I learned to love myself, it's the other person's opinion matters less
Mm.
because I actually learned my self worth. I started gaining self worth, and when I started gaining that self worth, then other people's opinions of me mattered less.
That's
I
right.
stopped where I was tolerated and I started going where I was celebrated versus sitting in a sucky, shitty situation.
I don't have to sit here. I can leave. Fuck it. And start to leave. I would go to places where I was wanted. I would go to Shed's house. I would go, y'all don't know, I go to Seven's house. I go to my parents. I do anything else but sit in a shitty, miserable situation. And it was at that point when I realized that I really and truly wasn't happy. And that's when I realized it was time to go for real. So that would be the biggest thing. Like if you find that your self-worth is being damaged, DL Hughley said that shit about how can somebody else damage yourself? They can lead you to damaging your self-esteem. They can, as Shed said earlier, you can get ingrained and you can get somebody telling you for 15 years, 5 years, however long, hey, you ain't shit for real. And when you try to feel like you're shit, don't feel like you're shit because you ain't shit. Don't you believe that you're anything other than ain't shit. When you have people telling you that, showing you that, making you feel that way for so long, it becomes ingrained in you. So it's a liberating thing when you wake up and you realize, I'm dope as fuck. Fuck your opinion of me because regardless of what happens, fuck you. I'm amazing. I'm my own star player.
Slight news update, people. The hurricane is a Category 4, so please be careful out there.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I gotta work tomorrow too.
Curious how y'all gonna be doing.
I'm sorry, Kwame.
How you gonna be dealing with all that?
Work.
And it's gonna be them police officers. Hey man, my rocket ain't working. My NN the car ain't going on. I can't log in my MDT. The same shit every day.
I gotta work tomorrow too, so don't feel bad.
Shit, lights kept going out at my job. If it's going up to what category was it today? Do y'all know?
It was 3.
It was just a tropical storm.
Yeah,
it say tropical on mine.
Nah, that shit was a Category 3, baby.
So tropical above or below 3.
It was it just got upgraded to a Category 4.
Yeah, it got upgraded to a Category 4 recently.
Yeah, that thing is booming. Shit. It said, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah.
Y'all be careful. Y'all be safe.
Yes. Back to the toxic parts. I was slowly in one. I became one. I learned the error of my ways. I don't want to actually go through the shit again. So once I see the red flags, I let the person know.
Nah,
if the person ain't willing to change, I just go ahead and just call it a day. And
good question.
And for people that need to hear this, I'm gonna say one person name. Kevin.
Ooh,
sometimes you just need to actually stay to yourself for a minute, to actually love yourself.
Ooh, you better preach, brother. Somebody get to church.
Yeah, you gotta love yourself first before you just go ahead and just hop in a fucking relationship.
You gotta love yourself.
Loving yourself, you do have to care about that, man. Going back to what Jordan said too, like, and just in general, a lot of people do kind of like go in relationships depending on that other person to kind of give them that self-love.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of toxic relationships come from. Like that's like seriously, that's where a huge majority of toxic relationships start, because the person didn't have self-love. They're looking for it in another person. And sometimes it could be yourself and you don't notice it. Sometimes it's them and they don't notice it.
Damn.
That's what I was saying earlier, man. Having like that circle of friends, that circle of friends could be like 2. Sometimes it could be 1 depending on the person, but having that circle does help out with seeing things. And I will always say this to the end of my days: first person view and third person view are not the same. That third person view, that person be seeing everything going on. Man, you won't see shit.
Hey, sometimes you don't realize what you got until it's gone, man.
That is true. That is true.
Look at it in video games when you compete around the corner. You don't got to go around that corner in third person. Oh, I see your ass.
I see. Let me hit that right. Let me hit that right analog stick and move the mouse over that wall to see where you going. Hey, I see you.
Yeah, the friends usually have that third person view. They're not right about everything, and sometimes you do know your relationship better than some people. But that all boils down to you should know your friends too, because some of your friends could be toxic people, and they're just telling you toxic shit that's going on in their relationship, projecting it on yours. So that's what I say. third person ain't always good too, but it is good at the same time. You just have to know what your circle is like.
Oh, that's what
It ain't
happened.
anybody.
That's what
You
happened
need
to
someone
one.
that's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's what happened to one chick I was talking to with Nate, and she had this other friend talking in her ear, and I'm like, you know what? You got it. Go ahead. Bye.
Like you
Go
need
date your
that
friend.
person that's going to be. You need someone that's going to be unbiased. Like
Mm-hmm.
perfect example today, right? My stepdaughter. Now
Oh,
she's like she was 17, yeah, 17 going on 18, whatever.
no, she getting
And she
old.
was having.
Yeah, she getting old.
We're not talking about that, but nah. She was asking me some. It was on her way to work, and she was asking me some advice about her relationship. And as she was telling me about it, I was listening attentively, like you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do. And then when she asked, she was like, "So what do I do?" I was like, "Well, you can do one of two things. You can." I was like, "It sounds like you're in a very toxic relationship, which isn't healthy for neither party.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either stay in it to figure it out if you feel like that's the outcome you can get to talking to your partner to make it not toxic anymore, or you just have to leave. And honestly, sometimes it's better to just leave. Other times you can work it out. And then the next thing she asked me, which kind of threw me off, but she was just like, "Hey, did you think I was right, or stuff like that?" And I was just like, "I'm not gonna tell you if you're right or wrong. That's not my place because I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
But all I can say is I can see toxicity, so I will call it out. I don't care. I don't care who's doing it. It's y'all both in a situation, so it needs to end. I mean, it's you have to be unbiased if you're gonna give some type of opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Because the moment you start putting yourself or giving advice from a different position, and you're trying to that person is looking for yeah, you're right type of stuff. You can be that friend, but that's not going to help that person grow.
You right. Cause
So
that
Like
that
I
that
said,
that
that
that that
blunt.
big fat white girl was telling that black girl all the shit about trailer trash, man. No, no, I'm fucking around. I'm just fucking around. That's just
I'm telling
experience.
you, you need that blunt friend. You need
She
that
wasn't
unbiased.
blank. She was speaking from her point of
Not
view
her,
and
not her.
and on the friend side. Like, all right, bet. Go ahead, let her be on here. I'm
Hell no,
gone.
I know you're talking about her ass. No, hell no, that ain't blunt. Something's just wrong.
And
Y'all saying a lot, man.
yeah, we are.
we got a lot of
My
experience, man.
story. Ed,
Yo, what's up,
I feel like sharing, man. Go ahead. You ain't gotta be.
man?
And
Boy,
I felt that. I felt that. I felt when you said
Nah,
man.
it don't even have to.
hey, I can share, man, but it's a
Yeah, it can
lot,
be
bro.
like. Yeah, no,
It's
I
a
say
lot.
I know your current one, not current one, but I know like Rat 9 maybe a lot, but like you have
Oh
another
yeah.
one, like one from before that you probably learned from.
Well, actually, I learned from this one because
Mm.
most of the time I had a problem when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie, and I was the problem when I was in my younger years. I definitely was.
What were
But
you
you know,
doing? If you don't mind me asking.
man, I was cheating, bro, consistently
Boy,
on a
not boy,
consistent basis.
summer.
But that was
No,
it came from my first relationship. I'm not gonna put it all on that. Well, I am. Fuck that. I'm putting it all on my first relationship. Um,
She
I was with a
damaged.
young lady. Oh,
okay.
she damaged me bad, man. Nah, y'all know her. Shit, you know her. Kwame, you know her.
I know her.
Um, my first relationship, it tore me up, man. She cheated on me.
Wait, hold
She
up.
broke up with me for. Oh, what's up?
Is this the song?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hey, yeah, Shay, you know her.
It started with that. It
Oh,
started with that.
damn.
So uh, so she was cheating on me. It was pretty bad. You know, young and dumb.
Yeah, very bad. Multiple
And
people.
I found out that she cheated through her sister,
Damn.
and I refused to believe it. I was a very, very naive, you know, coming up.
How old were you at this point?
Man, I was probably like, what? This is high school when this shit happened.
Yeah, it was
Well,
high school.
probably ninth grade high school actually.
Yeah, Shed. I was working at McDonald's around this time, man.
Get your ass up. McDonald's call me.
Yeah, so you should know who we talking about.
And that tore me up, man, and that led to me cheating on what, man, I guess they're good women. I'm not sure because we were younger, but it led to me actually cheating a lot when I didn't need to, and getting into relationships with women
But you was
across the
young,
world, local,
but you was young.
fucking.
You had to.
Yeah, I was young for
He
sure.
still had
For
his
sure.
fuckboy phase, man. Let him cook.
And I had to learn
don't
from
let him
that.
cook. Don't
Now
let him
this
cook
didn't.
because he over there messing up young ladies with his cheating butt. Okay, don't gas him up. Don't gas him up.
But this didn't carry over to my, well, it's not a relationship now, but in my current situation, now I understand that people have mental health issues.
More than ever now.
And that kind of kept me going and dealing with a lot of shit that I wasn't supposed to deal with. And then when a child got into the picture, that's when it became a problem for me. In the beginning, when we didn't have kids, she didn't have any problems going on. Like always, man, nobody has problems going into the relationship. And then when you realize that the person that you're dealing with has mental health issues, you kind of deal, like I said, you kind of deal with what goes on with the mental health issues.
Yeah, you approach it different. Kind of try to.
Yeah, you try to understand that person and make excuses for that person, and that's what I was doing.
You
need until, oh yeah, I need to talk to you too.
Go ahead, that's fine.
And it led to it getting worse and worse, and then I realized a little too late, probably, that it wasn't me that was being the problem. I was really, well, it was kind of me because I was making up excuses. I was thinking about the things that she done for me and me paying her back because of the things that she has done for me. And also, we got a child together. So I was willing to deal with any and everything, whether it was toxic or whether it was good and bad days. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like it wasn't. It was mostly good. But when it got bad, it got real, real bad, to the point to where I don't want nobody to think different of me, but I put my hands on her, not open or closed fists, but I had to contain the situation by putting my hands around her neck. So that's when I realized, okay, I can't see myself dealing with this, and children are in the picture at this point. And I grew up with my father beating on my mom, and I know what that done to me in as a child, seeing that, and so I had to get myself out that very tough situation.
You want to make a change.
Yeah, and I had to put my biases to the side when it came to her and end that. And when you realize that that person doesn't want to change in any kind of way, they don't see a problem with that, with the things that's going on and how it's affecting our child, maybe not directly but indirectly, that's when it became a major problem, and that's when I started to see, okay, because I've been in this relationship for over 10 years, over.
Ooh, good man, good time invested.
Yeah, about as long as Bruce.
So I had to realize that um, when I realized that it was getting toxic to the point to where we're abusing each other and also abusing the child, that's when I was like, okay, yeah, we need to end this now.
Mm-hmm.
I do
And
commend
I'm
you
not.
for recognizing that you need to leave. That's
Oh yeah,
that's big.
I respect it. I'm
because
happy for all y'all. Y'all boys that realize I gotta go, and especially in your situation, and good lord.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her really, and my heart goes out to her because she definitely needs to seek the help and she doesn't want to, and I hope she sees that it's going to tear her apart. She already don't got me. All she got now is our daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope she realizes that is she's. I hope that she uses our daughter as a way to get better.
Yeah,
Um,
y'all daughter.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, custody of y'all daughter.
Of course she does. It's South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Goddamn
really.
South Carolina.
Of course she does. Yeah, it's South Carolina, man. The rules
Goddamn
are
South Carolina, they slow as
yeah.
hell.
But I did get some help um
That's good. That's
from
good.
a certain place.
That's
I'm not gonna
definitely
go into too many details with that. But it's gonna be a lot of changes, and to this day I'm still not really dealing with it, but there are times where she's blowing my phone up constantly, and is a result of her not letting go. You know, she's
yeah.
not letting go of me. She in her mind she w- doesn't want our relationship, whatever relationship we do have, to end. And and she's willing to kind of deal with in
Mm-mm.
a very abusive relationship, verbally, mentally, emotionally. She told me that she rather deal with that than to not be with me, and that's when I realized also that it's beginning to be really toxic.
Yeah, because she's a strong dependent on you now.
Yeah,
Like
it,
that's never good.
very,
You was smarter
very,
than I was.
very dependent on me, and very dependent on our daughter, which is also bad for her
I
because
bad for your daughter for real, man. 'Cause,
yeah,
yeah, but,
because that's going to end up hurting her in a not my daughter, but my ex in the long run in terms of her letting go of something because that's going to I feel like at least that's going to she our daughter's going to grow some kind of resentment.
fam, it's
Oh
not
yeah.
even just resentment. It's trauma that's going to get passed on. The thing is, like you said, you was worried about damage by proxy. You
Yeah,
was worried third party abuse that was happening to your baby. Now
right.
the trauma is what's about to be being sewn into the baby, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I really hate that because when it comes down to it, and you say that she has nobody but the baby, when parents like that, when parents are like that, and they only have that child and they're dealing with those mental issues, it's not something they do intentionally, but the child becomes their everything. Hopefully, it's like to a point of the child is her precious. She doesn't want anything like harm the child because it could be a lot worse. But
Oh
when
yeah.
onto it, it's like that's a bad spot for a kid to be in.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to it's like, man,
You got nothing
it's been
against
times where it's like I don't want to go through the process of getting full custody because who knows what she's going to do after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want anybody to harm themselves. And I'm a firm believer of somebody. I hate hearing people committing suicide and all that. I hate it,
Mhm.
and
I
don't
feel
want
you
to
on that.
push that on her. But if
So
she ends up losing, well, she might feel like she's losing her, but if she gets that seed in her head that if I get her, our daughter,
yeah,
she's not going to be able to deal with that, and she's going to terminate.
and I
And
can
I don't want. It's like I'm playing tug of war with what should I do, where should I go with this? Should I do this? But it's like at the end of the day, I'm thinking about her because I don't want that trauma to be there.
that's not your responsibility to think about her. And you're a great person. You are an amazing individual. Because and the thing is, I'm speaking from experience. But the thing is, when it comes down to it, that same person, she ended up trying to take her life for various reasons. And so when it came down to it, like I would beat myself up. I would put my life on pause. That's why I shared this like I was still with her up until like, a little while ago type stuff. Now granted, it was like 2 years and some change, like after me and Juanita actually got together, me and her stopped communicating. But when it came down to it, my life legitimately got put on hold. My relationship started later than it should have or could have because I was so worried about my ex and what she was going to do. I was so worried about my ex's well being. I was worried about this. I was worried about that concerning my ex. I was so concerned about her well being and her not hurting herself and her not doing things to be disruptive towards her children that I would literally put energy into something that was no longer my responsibility. The thing is,
Wait a
and
minute. Wait a minute, Bruce.
I,
Wait a minute. Wait a
wait,
minute. This is a time to learn. For Ant is dealing with what I was trying to keep you from dealing with.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
like he's dealing with it. I told you what happens. Like he's dealing with it. This is the he can't just step away from this. He
But
can't.
he's still with the girl.
No,
No.
he's out of it, which was a great thing. He didn't want to. That's a great thing he got out of because him leaving the situation the way that he's left it does help cause less damage towards his daughter and towards, like her mental and stuff too, and himself. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, he can't really just
Or
leave.
yeah,
Like
No,
he
it's
can't.
it's
it's
based on
so
like,
hard to leave because
and like, where do y'all live together?
There's a sense
No.
of responsibility and being being a father, wanting to take care of his baby girl or son. One, two, he still. I wouldn't say he has responsibility to the girl he had the baby with, but like he's gonna feel that sense of responsibility because naturally it's supposed to be man and wife,
Yeah.
or man
And
and woman, husband and wife sticking together.
I'm saying, and I'm not saying that he won't, and I understand that. That's why I continue with the bullshit because I felt that obligation and that sense of responsibility.
Right.
But
And then like to some degree, it's some responsibility because it affects his daughter too. The way she is affects his daughter, and he cares about that a lot. Like it's not she's not his responsibility, but his daughter really is, which
I know,
still puts him in the position to have to deal with her in order to make sure his daughter doesn't turn out the same way or his daughter doesn't reflect the same behavior that they did because he lived in with his mom and dad in abusive thing. That's why he caught himself. He's going through the same thing. Like that can be his daughter now. That's why I say he can't just step away, especially because he cares. So,
wait,
motherfuckers out there don't be giving a damn. They got some shitty ass people, but he's not one of them.
no. I'm not saying he step away. I'm talking about in regards to the mom. Like,
Mhm.
granted, I understand that when it comes down to it, that you don't want to go through that battle. But when it comes down to it, the longer your baby
Yeah.
is with that mom is going to be worse and
Well,
worse.
she's currently not with her right now. She's with the grandmother, not
Okay,
my mom, but her
her mom,
mom. Yeah.
Even
and
better.
Yeah.
that's
That help actually that helps me sleep better at night,
Yeah.
knowing that
Oh
she's
yeah, she's
okay.
not well.
Because there's been plenty nights where I was like, bro, like, is she okay? What is she doing? Like,
yeah,
it was like, man, I couldn't. I lost sleep thinking about her, literally.
that's saying
And
to do that over her. Especially the thing is, I get it. But focus on your daughter. I know that you want to be like you want her to be okay for your daughter, and I get that. I get that, and I'm not telling you not to, and I don't want anybody to misunderstand and say, okay, well, you shouldn't be there or you shouldn't care. No, what I'm saying is that you need to learn how to care less.
Yeah.
Because the fact that when it all boils down, that
Right.
your baby's mom, her well-being and stuff like that, granted, that might affect your baby if something happened to her. I get that, but you can't allow her potentially harming herself or causing anything to herself to be a barrier to you living your life.
Right.
The fact that when it comes down to it, as long as your baby is taken care of, you like that's all that matters.
Right.
It might suck, but I mean the thing is, not trying to be cold hearted or anything like that. Because again, I've been there and I understand it. I understand the pain. I trust me, I do. I spent like 5 years in a relationship past this expiration date, trying solely on the fact of trying to make it so that that pain wouldn't happen. But when it came down to it, all of that was unnecessary in the end
Right.
because worrying about things that really at the end of the day did not matter. It mattered, but what mattered more is it's a trade-off. The damage over time, we're gamers, so we know about burn damage, and then you got that
Got that bird damage
it's
over time.
like the damage over time or the direct damage. You can heal that direct damage. You can heal damage over time, but the effects in the way that they deal with your character, it's different.
Your Pokemon still gonna die, so get to the hospital and take care of yourself.
Potentially.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
you could like, do you want to take direct damage or do you want to take that damage over time? Do you want to continue to feel that pain or do you just want to cut it off? Like, it's damaging regardless how it works out. It's a lose sucky situation.
Right. And I've had people tell me like, "Hey man, you have to be a monster to this situation." But it's the way I'm brought up, man.
Yeah.
It's the way I'm brought up. My mom, man, I shout out to my mom, bro. She put so much love into me. She pours so much into me when it came to love and forgiveness and all this. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it, man. But it's just not in me to be a monster. But I know I have to in this situation. I know I have to.
I hate that you have that outlook on it because you call it being a monster. I call it loving yourself enough to cut the damage before it actually because the thing is, how much of your life is being put on hold right now?
Oh, my life is definitely not being put on hold for sure because I'm still moving. I'm still trying to better myself when it comes to that. But keep going.
But how much have you stayed still over trying to make sure that other things outside of, well, I guess pertaining to her outside of your daughter direct?
Right.
Look at it this way, Bruce. He's dealing with what you deal with. He's like he cares a lot to the point where he feels cold hearted. He feels like he don't want to do the not giving a fuck shit because it makes him feel like a shitty person. It's kind of like dealing with that conflict you had to deal with, where like with Letitia, for instance, that damn fucking beach whale. So he's dealing with that. He's dealing with that exact same thing. When I was telling you to leave her ass right there on the fucking side of the shore where she belonged. The ocean don't need her. I told you to leave her there. He's dealing with that where like he doesn't have it in him as a person to kind of like just watch that beach whale just sit there and die like that. You know, he would want to help it back in the ocean with the possibility of it doing better. He's dealing with that conflict. He's not staying still. He's just trying to, you know.
What did you tell me?
Oh, I know what I told you. And he may have to do it too. It's just that he's dealing with that conflict though.
I know.
And you dealt with it too. And look how long that took you.
I know. That's why I'm telling him.
That's what I know, but you're being me right now. And look how long that took you.
I
know.
That
shit took you years.
I know it did. That's why I'm saying I don't think I could deal with me very long. But when it comes down to it, that's the advice I'm giving.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to it, it sucks. It really does.
But to be objective about it, to be completely objective about it, it really does come down to what's
Yeah,
up.
it sucks. It really does suck,
Yeah.
and I feel for you, and
Yeah.
I really do, because you don't even seem like the type of person that have that in you, but it it it, it does come to that a lot of the
Yeah.
times, and it just really sucks. But
Yeah, for
it's for the
sure.
betterment of your daughter. It will be a good thing for the sole purpose of, like, it's not like you walking out of her life anyway. It's not like you're not going to be there. It
Right,
will
facts.
help, because she's going to come to you one day with problems too, depression issues and stuff, and you could be there for her.
And having
And
Yeah,
with the knowing the experience, I mean, having the experience of this stuff will help out a lot more with being able to talk to her. And she may come to you some days about your her mom, about like how her mom's this and that, blah blah blah. Because if her mom still hasn't grown, she's most likely going to come to you about issues she's having with her. Kwame, Paris, same thing.
if the kids would come to me with stuff about their mom,
Yep, that's happening now.
like the same stuff, the same stuff. You would see it. It's not even a, because it'll get to a point where you might even question your sanity about a matter, because it might get to a point where it's like, well, is it me? Like, or maybe if I had just done this, or maybe if I do that, this can be that. And then it's like, it's almost like a breath of fresh air when the kids come to you, and it's like, oh, okay, well, the validation finally, okay, is so when it comes down to it, fam, you that's just please, whenever, like, it's your process, it's your path. Take the time that you need to have the epiphanies required for your growth.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But
And keep pushing.
that's really what I'm dealing with. And I love my baby girl so much. She's so smart. And I don't want her to have to deal with, she's way too smart to be dealing with anything. She should have the best of everything, in my opinion. And she doesn't deserve to be in that kind of environment. And I had to get myself out the situation so I can get her a stable place to thrive in, because that's the most also very important thing to me. Um so yep, that's it.
Like I say, I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad
eh,
you did do that. It sucks that you have to do it, but it also is good for her growth and stuff too, that you did step out of it. Because like you say, you got to the point of putting your hands on her. I really am happy for you that
Christina said you're a
you was
great
able
father,
to find
Ant.
it in you. Huh? What you say,
Christina,
Quan?
Christina said Ant is a great father.
I bet he is.
hey, hey, no,
Appreciate that.
quick shout out to you guys because you guys are not only discussing your issues, but also, discussing how you got help or self repaired, all that stuff. It's great because as black men in general, it's it's a landscape out there. It's a hellscape out there. So you gotta be careful, and not a lot of black people in general talk about their mental health. So, because when he was talking about his mother, gave him all the love in the world and stuff like that, which is phenomenal, right? But back in the day, they didn't talk about mental health like that. Like it wasn't. It was
Hell no.
basically it was self-sacrifice all the way type of stuff. So it was a whole different ballgame back in the day.
It was a still associated with it.
It's which I'm happy he had that. Like, don't get me wrong, that's not in the entire world. But I'm also happy that times have changed and we're able to grow as people, and then as well our parents can see that as well, and hopefully that helps them to be better people as well.
Facts, because my mom was the one that said go to therapy.
Wait, hey, praise mom.
My mom was like, "Hey, go to therapy and do that." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Is she see
And
you?
I went to therapy. This
I
year is the
cried.
first time I've ever went to therapy, ever. I went to therapy and that helped out so much in a lot of situations I was in my past relationship. So yeah,
Yeah, my dear.
Christina said breaking generational. curses and trauma out.
Hell yeah. We can't have these kids out here being pillheads and shit because they can't deal with it in another way.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuck
Little
yeah.
pump. Little pump. Little pump. Mm-mm.
I mean, but
Hey, we can't hear you, dog.
hold up. Huh?
We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, loud ass up.
I've been trying. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, that's way
Yeah.
better.
Oh shit!
You always got to be a dumb bitch, bro. What are you doing?
Anyway, anyway. Oh, I'm trying. All right, so this is a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a great spot.
That's oh,
Good lord.
so what do I sound like currently? Like if I was to be compared to a thing on the other side of a device, what would I sound like?
A very loud, muffled microphone.
You sound
Yeah.
like you on a phone.
Damn fucking early stages of Xbox Live days. That's what you sound like.
That's acceptable.
That ugly ass mic they used to give us that had the little muffle in on it.
If you scream too loud, that
Yeah.
shit's gonna fucking. You're not gonna hear
Yeah.
shit for the
We
next fucking
appreciate
3
you calling
seconds.
in, caller one. Caller one, if you could call back on a better phone, that'd be great. Thank you.
That's fucking hilarious. I've been trying to call. Okay. Anyway,
See, this is why we need sponsorships. And segue. Hey, Raid Shadow Legends.
Ooh, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You no.
We need money to get everybody mics.
Yeah. That dude got to go. Bruce, you need it.
He said, "Get the microphone out your mouth. So you eat, why you eating it?"
from software.
You ain't got no choice but to eat it at this point.
We got no. We can't shout out the big people. We have to get what is given to us, and what's given to us is Raid Shadow Legends.
Are you serious?
I'm being dead ass.
Hey, man, Shadow Legends will pick up anybody, dog. Take it.
Yeah.
Take it. I'm playing. Go ahead, do that thing. Hey, Raid Shadow Legends is legit. Okay, let me stop. Go ahead.
Shut your ass up. No. Let's go back to
Now I have to play it to actually experience. Since I won't be out here lying.
I'm gonna download. You got a download link, Will?
Yeah, I ain't about to play that shit. Nah.
You just lost our sponsorship. That's crazy.
All you gotta do is really promote it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
crazy.
on the Raid Shadow Legends page, they say real gamers speak this about crazy as shit. Grand opening.
Y'all going to get your own bios by taking this offer.
We keep it real. Nah, we keeping it real though. We keeping it real. We tell them straight up. If we like it, we like it. If we don't, we don't. You know, that's if we go keep it real, and it's gonna be called Real Gamers Speak. Hey, we gotta keep it real. Be like, this game is trash. You know. So
it's Raid Shadow Legends for real. Is it like a turn-based RPG? That's what I pick up from all the commercials I've seen 100 trillion times.
Man, we don't know.
Yeah, I gotta really download it to play it.
I don't play mobile games. I don't like mobile games. So
none of those things you see is the way it is.
I mean, because
I will download it. I will download it and try it out, and I'll get back with you guys.
I'm gonna get
it.
it.
If I last long, I'll let you know.
Do that. You because I don't know if I have the click space in my energy inventory.
No, think like Final Fantasy turn-based style. I want to say 7 or something up in that range. It's kind of like how it is. You just got raids and guilds, and you kind of everything's on like a speed system. Who's ever faster goes first.
Man, bump rate. Hey, Hoyo, if y'all listening, hey, I want that Zenless Zone Zero sponsorship. I'll do y'all right. I'll do y'all right.
I'll get the rap.
Yeah, they stingy.
Yeah, good luck with that one. But that'll be the nice one to get though.
Yeah.
I'll do y'all right. I play y'all game down there every day because I got to do my dailies.
Shut the fuck.
All right, man. Always talking about those fucking dailies in the party, man. Yeah, you know I gotta
He
get my
always want to
dailies.
damn daily.
I
He
gotta
always
do them
want to
dailies.
dailies, man.
I
Gotta do
gotta.
them dailies.
Hey, I gotta do them dailies, dog.
And how long it take you to do daily, Squam?
It don't take that long. It take like a good, like maybe 15 minutes. I'll do my dailies then hop on Overwatch.
That's really his schedule, bro. It's just crazy as fuck.
Hey, did any of y'all get Peak of Combat or Devil May Cry?
Why have I got Zenless?
Oh my god. No, Bruce. No.
Hey, just a shout out. That Quest 3S is looking pretty nice for only $300. I will say that.
What is that?
Talking about the VR headset?
Yeah, the VR headset.
Okay.
For
Nobody
$300.
understands. I feel you, Jordan. I too was looking.
It popped up on my YouTube. I was like, MetaQuest 3 for how much? $300.
They doing better. They doing better than
Fuck all that.
Popeyes
I'm
right
trying
now.
to get into handheld gaming again.
Nah, they doing better than Popeyes though. Popeyes they went up on their 2-piece. That shit almost $10 now. That shit used to be $4. That shit used to be $4. How did it jump from $4 to almost $10?
A two piece what?
Just a 2-piece and a biscuit. It used to be $4.
2 pieces, 2 chickens for $10. Fuck that. That's how much they cost at the market.
Bro,
Where Popeyes?
Yeah.
I just go to Publix because I'll skip it. I'll just go to Publix.
Like I said, it used to be $4. Now I'm like, yes, but now
They had 2 special Tuesday. They still got that?
I don't know. That's the scary shit about it. Inflation's a motherfucker.
Ooh.
Hey man, let's get us a Bojangles sponsorship so I can keep getting more biscuits.
Blueberry biscuits?
Bojangles screwed me over, man.
Extra cream. Put extra cream on that
I found
bitch.
a hair. I found
Give me diabetes.
I remember that day you found that hair. I remember that.
I found the hair in my yes, in the little spicy biscuit thing for the morning. Yes, I found the hair.
Girls in that weed, man.
I went back. Nah, so what got me is I went back, found another freaking hair. So you tell
That
me I'm not
girl
going
with the
back.
wing. You're not going back.
Bro, it's that Bojangles. You gotta go to another.
Listen, bro.
I'm
If
sorry,
if your Bojangles don't have shootouts every other week, bro, don't go to it. That's all I got to say.
No, that's just how Bojangles, man. 2-piece and a biscuit.
I don't care, bro. I don't care if you
Two-piece
got
and
a
a bullet.
Bojangles and it has to have a shootout every other week, bro. You got to risk it.
No,
I'll take my chicken without the Glock 9, please.
I can't.
it's 2-piece and a bullet.
Got to risk it.
We ain't talking about you gotta risk it. No.
Gotta risk it, bro. That's the best Bojangles in the town, bro. I'm
Shit,
trying to tell you, dog.
around that time, that was the only. Around that time, that was the only Bojangles that had the wings until all of them was selling wings.
Listen to what I'm telling you. I went to the 601 over there at 601. I went to the Bojangles at 601. Trash. I went to the Bojangles over there on North Road. Trash.
Correct.
I go to the Bojangles up the street from me.
Yeah, the 2-piece and a
Fire
bullet.
as fuck.
It's
Fire.
I was very disappointed when they opened that one on North Road. I went there for my all-time regular special. 2 steak biscuits.
That North Road one do suck.
Bro, that damn biscuit was so 2
Bro.
steak biscuits. My hash rounds was my bow rounds was not bow. They was hash. They was hash. They weren't bow rounds. They hash.
And whatever
And the
sponsors
fucking
we get,
tenders be dry as fuck.
Bro, like the biscuits was cold and bro, they need to shut that bitch down.
You say joy?
Raid Shadow Legends fucking spinning their heads right now. Like, damn, what the fuck have we done? They talking shit about us.
Hey man, I'ma talk. You know what? I'ma open up a channel personally to talk shit about that game.
No, Raid
You played it?
Damn right. I am the sole survivor in this group.
Damn.
Don't do it to yourself, Jordan. You heard me earlier. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
It's not a trash game. It's not trash. It's just that
it's a gotcha. Is it a gotcha?
Of course.
Wait, what game are we talking about?
Raid Shadow Legends.
No, don't do it.
Well, we promoting it and knocking it at the same time. So
too bad. I already downloaded it. I'm gonna play it tonight just to see how it is.
All right, get your own opinion. I don't got a problem with it. But as
I'm with
soon as
Jordan.
you
I
get
already
mad,
downloaded it on my fucking iPad.
soon as
Oh,
you get
shit.
mad, let's talk about it Sunday. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Just shut up.
Hey, fuck Mary Kill. We killing Raid Shadow Legends off real.
FMK with the Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, it's getting killed. We can't marry that. We can't fuck it, so we're gonna kill it.
Be nice
I
and
mean,
have
you
someone
can't
else
do
to
that.
talk shit about with
But
that
shit.
game.
Oh.
I'm gonna try it. See, now that y'all playing it, I might
Like I
try
say, it's not horrible, but you do need to talk shit about it.
That's the
Is
fuck
it
up.
is it a pay to win?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
And like I said,
shit.
it's a farce. The trailers and stuff is not how the game is. They'll show you like one thing in the trailer that the way, and that's usually them how they fight the boss. They'll show you how they wait a turn, they hit the boss, wait a turn, hit the boss. That's the only thing that's the game is like. All that other crap is just fucking marketing. Like it's a farce. It's not the game. The game you cannot move around and fight. You cannot walk in an open world. All that stuff is a lie. Fuck you, Shadow Legends.
About that.
Hey, low key, I saw an advertisement for a video game, bro. You know what the fuck they advertised?
What?
What?
The titties?
The Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I done seen that shit for Sekiro too.
Wait.
Yeah. There's a game that they're advertising that is not the game that is being advertised.
They was doing Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, they were pretty much advertising Ghost of Tsushima, but it's not the game Ghost of Tsushima.
And he did it with Sekiro. So what
That's
game?
wild.
What game was it though?
I forgot the name of the game, honestly. I just saw the advertisement. I was like, bro, this is not the game, bro. Stop lying to people.
That's wild.
It's real bad. Like
It's one of those like, you know, those fucking made up. Well, it's not really a made up game, but I guess the developer, you know, people come out with games and shit like that.
It must
where
be
like
Korean.
maybe.
Nah,
Who the fuck knows?
It's definitely the Chinese. The Koreans usually show you what they actually made. Hell no. Nah. It's usually the Chinese that do that. Usually. Japanese will slide it in every now and again.
They'll lie to you.
Yeah, the Chinese, they'll lie. Trust me, I know. I live there. I've been around it. I still deal with it. You lying asses.
Hey, this is a own topic by itself. Fucking games that lie to you.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one another Sunday too. Yeah. I got a lot to say about Shadow Legends.
Yo, that's another Sunday.
That's every mobile game. That seems like it's every mobile game now.
Except for Zenless. Zenless actually promised what it preached.
Well, yeah, true.
Nah, it's how to put this. When it comes to mobile games, you gotta understand mobile games to know what's real and what's not real. But because you don't play them, you just think they all the same thing.
I mean, I used to play them back in the day. I think after a while, I just got bored, or it just got really tiresome because there was a lot you had to put into it to.
Yeah, they're chores now.
You tried Honkai Impact, man? You tried any of the Hoyo Boy verse games? Not Honkai.
There's a bunch of chores. It becomes part of your lifestyle.
Yeah, I play Zenless. That's why I'm like, hey, those sponsors, hey, come my way. I wanna play the betas. This is real game of speaking. Passionate.
Oh, speaking of betas, I still gotta play Deadlock. I have it downloaded. I gotta play it.
Damn you! How you got a code? No.
What you mean? I'll send you a link. I'll send you the Discord I'm part of.
Because you got to get like a friend to get you to get in. You can't just walk
Hey,
in by yourself.
well, you got a friend now, shit. Go ahead and get up in there.
You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in Jay.
Man, hold up, bro. No. No, Bruce, back it up. I have a friend with Jordan, you know. It's you didn't get the code.
Got a friend with Jay.
So call him that.
Jordan did it for the song. You got a friend in Jordan.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
Friend in Jordan.
You got a friend in Jay.
Yeah,
See, that just sounds so much better.
Clean.
I don't care about the song, Bruce. I care about this code and our friendship.
That man say shit about to get dropped.
I like how he said he cared about the code before the friendship. He said, "Give me that code real quick."
And cold before hoes. You see that shit? You see that shit? I
He
made
ain't
you a
even like
whole
that.
song.
He ain't even like that.
Nah, he said cold before bros. Fuck that shit, man.
We gamers, dog. When it comes down to it, when it
No,
comes down to it,
I got you though. I got you. No,
You
I
ain't a
just
real
do
bro.
what
You ain't a real bro. Hey, you slide me that code though, man. Let me slide.
You're not
no,
gonna play the
no,
game.
no,
You don't
no.
have a
You ain't got, you
PC.
don't got no PC, man. Shut up, bro. I got an Xbox. It don't matter. You can't Xbox this. No.
That
Damn.
man told you no.
He told you no, bro.
Hey, low key. Hey, I gotta tell you no too, because that game's not on Xbox.
It's not on Xbox.
It's not
Fuck
on
that.
Xbox.
Don't. I'm
You
taking
still
that
ain't
damn.
finished playing RoboQuest with me. So, there's that.
Bruh, fuck you. That queue was like 18 hours. Fuck you in that game. I was not about to play that shit.
Whoa. You talking about a different game, dog. RoboQuest don't have queues.
RoboQuest had a queue for me that night. After that, I said, fuck that game
Man,
forever.
no. Hell no. Everybody in the party listen to this. This bitch ass motherfucker on the other side of that mic was trying to play RoboQuest on the cloud system. You know the Game Pass thing? Like, and he's blaming the game for that. No, it's the connect. It's your shitty ass tablet
Damn,
and the connection. It has nothing to do with the game. That was your fault.
I was doing what I
You
had.
not about to play any fast-paced game on no cloud server. Back in the day.
That's crazy.
That is not the game fault. That's your fault.
No, you ain't about to do cloud. I done played plenty of fast games on cloud. You ain't about to
You ain't about to play no co-op fast-paced game.
It was tripping hard.
Single-player games do not count.
You talking about single player games? I'm talking about all kinds of games. Game Pass.
What kind of multiplayer game that's fast-paced that you played on cloud and it worked properly?
That Red Mist game with the vampires.
Chocolate cake.
I would like chocolate cake, Miss Pearl.
Nobody knows what that game is, bro.
That man about to eat sweet
Chocolate cake, bro.
chocolate.
Who want chocolate cake?
Chocolate gray.
Some stay dry while others stay the same.
Chocolate cake. Goddamn. Wait.
We done with our topic. Be quiet. You trying to blame the game, and it's not the game. It's you.
Game Pass, like it's not amazing. Okay, no.
Game Pass is amazing. I love it, but you is not about to play no RoboQuest on no cloud server for some iPad tablet. You not doing it.
You know what, bitch?
My connection's like beyond faster than yours. Of course you gotta catch up.
You know what, bitch? I got an Xbox now.
What?
Fuck.
The game's not on Xbox.
Damn Xbox. Now we can play RoboQuest.
We can play RoboQuest, bitch.
On
and
Xbox.
You better carry. You know I'm still trying to rub the rust off of my thumb. Shit.
I'm done. I had a good time talking to y'all.
I have done. I too am done. I'm about to go.
Fucking weak.
Hey,
if you guys want the code, you have to add me on Steam.
What's next?
Oh yeah.
We talked about toxic relationships. We need to talk about toxic friendships.
Wait. Hey, Shed, Naraka.
Hey, nobody about to play that shit, man.
I'm not going back to that.
Shed.
I'm not going back to Naraka.
Shed, come on. I just got here, bro. Come on, I downloaded it and everything.
Hey, Jordan, wait a second, Bruce. I'll curse you out in a second.
No,
Jordan, what's your tag? Like I think we need an ID code or the tag thing.
Hold on a second. You have to add me in Steam first, so I can. Give me 2 seconds here.
Next episode on Real Gamer Speak, we're gonna be doing Fuck, Marry, Kill again. New characters.
Yes, sir.
With Raid Shadow Legends roster.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh my god.
Fucking Raid Shadow Legends, bro.
And I will be playing Baldur's Gate for the people that may or may not be interested. It's a fun game. I enjoyed it.
I still gotta get that thing.
The third act is ass, but the first and second act is pretty damn good. My character looked like Jesus.
Hold on, I'm coming. I'm out of.
You said Jesus? You out here praising?
No, my character in this particular game looked like Jesus. If you don't
Amen.
agree, don't kiss my ass.
Nobody looks like Jesus was Jesus.
You must be talking about Jesus.
I mean, he already knew.
That's right.
Talk about Jesus. Yo.
So I do. I got to see my friend code or send you like your for your phone.
Let me drop the friend. Let me drop my friend
wait,
code.
wait. Bruce, you gotta close the topic, man.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
Bruce.
go
Close.
yeah.
You open it. You gotta close it, man. Go ahead and close the topic with toxic relationship.
This
Put
is
your
my second
put your
I don't-
soul into it, dog.
And put your damn mic to your mouth.
podcast ever. I don't even listen to these shit. What do you mean close it? What do I have to do?
Your ending remarks, pretty much.
Ending remarks.
So, all in all, okay, I got it.
You gotta make it sound sweet.
Okay, no, I think I got it. But on a serious note, when it comes down to it, we talked about a lot here. But I think the most important part, it just comes down to knowing yourself, knowing your partner, and knowing your boundaries and respecting those things, among other things. So, just at the end of the day, love yourself and respect yourself. And, this is Panda signing off.
All right, wait, cut. Kwame, edit that part out. Bruce, put the mic to your mouth and do it again.
God damn. It was pretty decent. I heard him, man.
I ain't heard nothing.
Okay.
Wait, okay, this ain't. But
that's actually way better.
Yeah, I ain't heard nothing.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Bruce. Do it again.
Edit.
I'm keeping this in the edit, by the way.
Why? Okay. So, just essentially, just love yourself,
Love yourself.
respect yourself, and respect your
yourself.
boundaries.
Respect your boundaries. You are your own God. As long as your ship is sailing the way it needs to be sailing, you can help everybody else. Unless you're an evil motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, just just be honest with yourself. And if it's really not worrying your spirit, or if it's really causing you to have to question why you're there past times that you need to be asking those questions, you probably need to go ahead and go. So, and if it seems toxic, it probably is. Even if the toxicity might not be the other person, it might be coming from you. But when it comes down to it, it's best to know when to get the fuck out and cut your. That's it. That's all.
Also, black men, please go seek therapy if you need it.
I agree. I agree.
There's nothing wrong with talking your problems out.
Use your words, not your urine.
Nah, communicate, because half the time y'all don't communicate, we don't communicate, and that's what messes you up. Gotta communicate.
It's gonna be a very fun episode to edit. I still gotta do the basketball shit. Basketball shit is an easy edit. Like, I was halfway done with it, and I'm like, bro, I got bored and start playing the game.
You got 2 hours of work, man. That's crazy.
It'll be okay.
No, I misspoke. You have 2 hours worth of stuff to work. You got 2 weeks worth of work. This is crazy. We ain't never gonna see this.
Nah, because we still gotta do the fuck, marry, kill. Next episode. Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. Bruce, I would love for you to be on that one. If you don't show up, cool. Jordan, you already know what the deal is. If you can't make it, just let me know. Jordan, brother, if this is a personal invite, if you're still here, if you want to come in, I want as many people on this bitch as possible.
I'll let them know.
Yeah, let them know. Shed, you already know, Ant. Kevin, he's not here tonight, but if he end up stumbling upon this, his ass got to show up. Yeah, fuck, marry, kill. We back on it with the goofy.
Yes, sir.
The silliness. This topic was a little bit more on the serious tone because people actually go through this shit and they need to hear it from actual other people.
That's crazy. I didn't even talk about the other relationship. I just got stuck on the last one. But that's fine.
Well, hell, we can run the topic back if you want to. It is your topic.
shit to do.
You
Y'all
can,
have
we can
a
we can call it Therapy Thursdays. There you go.
Therapy.
You come in,
Therapy Thursdays. I like that.
you come
That's
in, you
funny.
talk about what you want to
'Cause
talk about.
every Thursday at work, I always call for a wellness check. Every Thursday, I check on everybody's mental health at work. It's
Yeah,
kind of
funny.
funny.
Hey, you need to do a better job with certain maggots.
Well,
Mm.
other than that, y'all boys have a good night. We push 2 hours. Like I said, it's gonna be a fun edit with the shit that I already got on my plate.
We ain't gonna see this episode.
Nah, this episode's already on Twitch. I'm putting it on YouTube. I might just put it raw on YouTube. Fuck the edit.
Yeah, and Jordan, I gotta tell y'all about that story. Not now when we got more time, cause y'all gotta go to work. But I gotta tell y'all about that story Bruce talking about. You know, homegirl got issues, but we can get to that another time.
All right.
I got time right now.
Man, good night. Stop. Thank you for watching all the way through to the end of the video. We have more content for you all to explore, so please follow our other platforms at Real Gamers Speak on Spotify and Twitch.